everyone, so welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing something that I've never ever done before. So I'm literally bricking myself, but this is like a real life story. I feel like I've tried YouTube so many times, trying to be someone who I really am not, and I am guilty of just trying to be this person that really just doesn't exist. And that's quite hard to admit, that over the last few years of doing this, I mean, I've tried so many times, and in year 9, I think was the first time, and that was such a scared, lonely person who thought they were confident enough to do something like this and really wasn't.
Hi guys, you were watching my first ever vlog.
They were trying to hide, so I've always tried to make myself more manly, more what society sees as a boy on YouTube doing. So do you like look at review Yeezys?
And then on this side you have just your sizing, the Stadium Goods label there.
Vlog a holiday.
Today's vlog is somewhere different. I'm starting it at Manchester Airport on our way to New York.
Like all this stuff is just not me, and it's just not what I am whatsoever. So I've decided to do this video for people that are in my situation, the situation especially that I was in this time last year. I think that it's a really important thing to raise awareness for. So please do share this video on as many social networking platforms as possible, just because I want to speak out to everyone that's in the situation that I was in, because I think it is a lonely and scary place, and it does definitely needs to be mentioned, and people need to feel comfortable. So basically I'm just going to go through a little life story, because I finally want to share who I really am to everyone. All through my life really I've been questioned about like personality and things like that. So like, I mean, I know you get it in the playground, like, oh, he's like, you get that in the playground, that's fine. Obviously I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to start shaming anyone because of that, because everyone does it. So I've always had that, and that's always been a thing throughout primary school. Like I used to put heels on in like this preschool, like, so it's been a thing. And then I would say when it got to year 6, then I started questioning it. So it's when other people say it, it didn't really ring with me, like it didn't ring true. I didn't really think about it. And then when you start to hear it over and over again, it does become a thing. So by year 6, I did start to think, well, wait, what? If so many people are saying it, then this must mean something. So in my head, it then started to think about it and try and categorise it into something that I thought it could be. And then by that age, something clicked, and it was yay. And even now, that makes me nervous saying it. Even, what's this now, like 6 years later, 7 years later, like, still makes me nervous even saying that word, which this is my whole point of doing this video, because we really just need to get rid of the stigma, because it's really boring and stale now. Oh my god, why am I so nervous? So basically that is when I realised, but I was in an in denial phase where I didn't want to accept it. I feel like everyone goes through this phase. Like, you don't want to accept it, it's a secret, you don't even want to explore, like, it's just like, that is that. I'm not even going to go, I'm not even going to like I used to get nervous looking at a David Beckham poster, like stupid stuff, but you just get really nervous. I would say that stayed my little thing where I knew it was there in the back of my head, but I didn't want to accept it for like 3 years. And then in year 9, I was like, I need to start accepting this. So I did. And then that's when my really bad anxiety and OCD came out. That was the summer holidays of year 9 going into year 10. Like I barely leave my room, I didn't want to go out. That was a really bad phase, and my OCD got really bad. It was like the rituals. I used to like spin around in my room 10 times, and that's something that barely anyone knows, because that was something that I did contain and try to keep to myself. Even now, I am uncomfortable more to the left than to the right, but that's just something, these little things that you have, and that's OCD. it's not diagnosed, but what else? Like, everyone has these little like things, and it's like I would literally do these rituals and I'd think something bad was going to happen if I didn't turn around 10 times when I was about to leave my room. If I walked on a crack in the grid, honestly I would be like tearing up. Like, these are things that I've dealt with. And so then I would say when that started to come to an end, I finally was like, right, I need to let this go and I need to just try and get over this. So then towards the end of year 10, it did start to clear up, and I made these 3 friends, and that really helped, because I'd had friends, but I'd never had like really close friends that like want to go out with you and things like that. So I was going to the gym, I was eating healthy, like I felt really, really, really good. And then the next problem came, was it became clear that the healthy eating was going one step too far, and I was losing weight very rapidly to like self-sabotage. So I would say that was last January, so year 11, I had lost 4 stone, the thinnest I've ever been, like ribs, one show, and it was obviously that it was becoming a problem, and family members were mentioning that it's becoming a problem and it doesn't look good. Like, I could wear 30 waist jeans and they'd be like slipping down the waist, like it was. And that was very hidden, that I could hide it very well. That's why even now to this day, like, I wear baggy clothes, just because that was still in my head. That's my way of hiding it. Like, I'd put a big jumper on and no one would know. It was only that I'd wear like that day. I remember going to, I think it was my nephew's birthday party. I wore these Levi's tapered fit jeans, and it was so bad because they were falling off, and I knew what everyone was thinking. I knew what everyone was thinking around me, and that was a phase where I thought, I need to sort this out because it's getting bad. And my mum and dad both kept saying, you need to put weight, because it did get really bad. And I decided February 23rd to write a message to my friends saying, I've got something to tell you tomorrow. I remember I was sat at meal at Gusto's in Manchester, and I thought, I need to send this because I'm not going to be able to pussy out if I do. So I sent that, and then the 24th of February is my dad's 60th birthday party in London. We were sat in the box room, me and my 3 friends, and they were like, one of my friends was like, oh my god, you're going to tell us you're taking us on holiday? And I was like, not quite. So I came out to them, and they were the first people that I'd ever told. It was so weird, like, you wanted to laugh, cry. Honestly, I can't explain that moment. Like, it was so, you'd think you'd remember it so vividly, but you don't. It's just like, completely goes over your head. And then coincidentally that night when my friends left, my sister came up to me, and she was just trying to help with my eating. She was like, what's going on, like, you're losing too much weight. And she said, I probably shouldn't ask this, but have you got problems with your sexuality? And I said, well, actually, I told my friends tonight. And then from that phase I remember, and then she was like, we've always known, it's fine. Like, I felt so comfortable, and for the first time something just clicked inside me. I felt at ease, and I felt like a ton of bricks that I'd been holding on to for years, like 5-6 years, had finally gone. The next morning I woke up, I had such an appetite. Like, I made a cheese and pesto pasty, cheese and panini, and like had pancakes with my niece, and like I was just eating all day. And then I started to put weight on, and from then I've now put on like 1.5, 2 stone, and I feel the best that I've ever felt, because I'm at a really good weight. I feel in myself. I'm not too skinny and not too big. I'm just in a really good place. And then the next Monday, when I went back to school, my head of year at my secondary school came up to me and said, I need to speak to you. And I was like, bitching about someone. And he said, you flagged up that we think you have an eating disorder or something like that, you're not eating enough. And I was like, we just noticed a few things, obviously, because I had lost 4 stone a year, like it was. Everyone noticed it, obviously, wouldn't be able to not, like I was quite a big person, so I went very thin. And then they'd also said when we're doing this calorie quiz, like, I knew all the answers, like how many calories were in each thing. And so they flagged that up, and I was like, honestly, I'm fine. I was so nervous. And it was And that's when I was like, right, everyone's noticing, this is really my appetite, and that was the turning point those few days, and that to like where I am now. I just wanted to hold on to that person that I had been for those 5 years. I didn't want to come out to everyone in secondary school just because I didn't want the judgment, and I didn't want the stories, because it was such a small school compared to where I am now. I just wanted to hold on to that person just for a few more months, and then when we went to my college, I thought then that I can all just start fresh and I can have a fresh start. I decided in the summer, so I came out to my other sister in July on holiday, and my mum and dad at the end of August before I went back, and then all my friends started to know just, but I didn't want it to be like a proper thing, like I didn't feel like I needed to properly come out, because I don't think people do need to. I don't think that should be the way that it is. Like, I honestly felt the way to do it, it was just like, oh, he is a sort. Like, that's the way that I felt most comfortable doing it, because like, at the end of the day, you straight people don't have to come out, why should I? So that was my way. I'd like, the story, but the moral of the story and the reason that I feel like I need to do this is because I had parents telling their kids, don't hang around with him because he's too feminine, he's too camp, and you know, like, you have little things like when you're in secondary school, people like, oh, you come out, and it's like, they're such silly things, and I don't take offence, and I'm fine with it because everyone says stuff, but it gets to the point where people should think more about what they're saying, because it can affect people, and you may not know how it is affecting people, but my eating disorder was a way of me controlling me physically because I couldn't control me mentally. And so I just think we do need to raise awareness and be more sensitive to everyone in general, just because you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. And I now feel so comfortable to the fact that I can sit and I can do this to you all, but some people don't, and I really want to emphasise that we should make sure that we are looking after youths going through this, because it is a really hard thing, and it's taken me 7 years to get to the point where I'm comfortable enough to do this now. So I think that we just need to make sure. So thank you very much for watching this quite dragged out video. But please do like, comment and subscribe this video, and please do share it. I really want to emphasise, please share it, please get it out to as many people, because the more people that see it, the more people know that they aren't the only one going through this. They aren't the only one who is struggling, and I want to emphasise, you know, anyone can drop me a message on any social media, I'll link them below, and just really please don't feel alone, because you're not. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.